teacher. How are you? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. And you, and you.
Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher. How are you? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. And you, and you. Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. And you, and you.
Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher. How are you? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. And you, and you.
Okay, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Our lesson is all about opposite words part 2. But before we are going to learn about opposite words, we are going to review our lesson last week. And please watch this video. Are you ready?
Very big.
Small, small, very small.
Big, very big.
Small, small, very small.
Fast, fast, very fast.
Slow, slow, very slow.
Fast, fast, very fast.
Slow, slow, very slow.
Many, many, very many. Few, few, very few. Many, many, very many. Few, few, very few. High, high, very high.
Low, low, very low.
High, high, very high.
Low, low, very low. Big,
Small, small.
Fast, fast.
slow, slow.
Many, many. Few, few. High, high.
Low, low.
La la la, la la la, la la la.
What's the opposite of big? What's your answer, kids? Is it A, B, or C? B is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of big? It's small. Very good. What's the opposite of sad? What's the opposite of sad? What's your answer, kids? Is it A, B, or C? C is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, what's the opposite of sad? It's happy. Very good. Let's have a game. Are you ready, kids? Now, where's Mickey? Is it in green, pink, yellow, or red? Are you ready? Green? No. How about pink? Yes. Yellow? No. Red? No. What's the opposite of fat? What's your answer, kids? Is it A, B, or C? A is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, what's the opposite of fat? It's thin. Very good. What's the opposite of fast? What's your answer, kids? Is it A, B, or C? B is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, what's the opposite of fast? It's slow. Very good. Now, where's Mickey? Is it in red, yellow, pink, or green? Pink? No. How about yellow? No. How about red? Yes. Very good. What's the opposite of ugly? What's the opposite of ugly? What's your answer, kids? It's B is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, what's the opposite of ugly? It's beautiful. Very good. What's the opposite of hot? What's the opposite of hot? What's your answer, kids? C is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, what's the opposite of hot? It's cold. Very good. Now, where's Mickey? Is it in yellow, pink, green, or red? Green? No. Pink? Yes. Very good. Now, kids, what's the opposite of old? What's your answer? A is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, kids, what's the opposite of old? It's young. Very good. Now, where's Mickey? Are you ready, kids? Let's try red. No. Yellow. No. Green. No. How about pink? Yes. What's the opposite of good? What's your answer, kids? What's the opposite of good? It's A, B, or C? C is your answer. Let's see. Yes. Now, kids, what's the opposite of good? It's bad. Very good. Where's Mickey? Is it in green, pink, yellow, or red? Are you ready, kids? Green? No. Pink? No. Yellow? No. Red? Yes. Very good. Our words for today are opposite words. Heavy, light, strong, weak, full, empty, day, night, high, low, old, new, soft, hard, loud, quiet, tall, short. For our conversation practice, we have what's the opposite of? Student number 1, what's the opposite of heavy? It's light. It's light. What's the opposite of light? It's heavy. It's heavy. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of heavy? It's light. What's the opposite of light? It's heavy. Very good. Student number 2, what's the opposite of strong? It's weak. It's weak. What's the opposite of weak? It's strong. It's strong. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of strong? It's weak. What's the opposite of weak? It's strong. Very good. Student number 3, what's the opposite of empty? It's full. It's full. What's the opposite of full? It's empty. It's empty. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of empty? It's full. What's the opposite of full? It's empty. Very good. Student number 4, what's the opposite of quiet? It's loud. It's loud. What's the opposite of loud? It's quiet. It's quiet. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of quiet? It's loud. What's the opposite of loud? It's quiet. Very good. Student number 1, what's the opposite of high? It's low. What's the opposite of low? It's high. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of high? It's low. What's the opposite of low? It's high. Very good. Student number 2, what's the opposite of tall? It's short. It's short. What's the opposite of short? It's tall. It's tall. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of tall? It's short. What's the opposite of short? It's tall. Very good. Student number 3, what's the opposite of day? It's night. It's night. What's the opposite of night? It's day. It's day. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of day? It's night. What's the opposite of night? It's day. Very good. Student number 4, what's the opposite of new? It's old. It's old. What's the opposite of old? It's new. Very good. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of old? It's new. What's the opposite of new? It's old. Very good. Student number 1, what's the opposite of hard? It's soft. It's soft. What's the opposite of soft? It's hard. It's hard. Now it's your turn, kids. What's the opposite of soft? It's hard. What's the opposite of hard? It's soft. Very good. Are you ready, kids? I'm going to ask you what's the opposite of say. It's light. It's weak. It's night. It's quiet. It's empty. It's hard. Are you ready? Let's start. What's the opposite of heavy? Very good. What's the opposite of strong? Very good. What's the opposite of day? Very good. What's the opposite of loud? Very good. What's the opposite of full? Very good. What's the opposite of soft? Very good. Thank you everyone for listening. See you again next week. Bye bye. I love you.